This is the 40K to 400K formula workshop. Welcome, everybody. This is where we help Shopify and e-commerce business owners find their fast path plan to consistent Shopify orders. And for those of you that are here that have showed up, welcome, congratulations. Lovely to have you here. If you are here and you haven't registered, Chris or Roxy or Paul or someone's going to drop a registration link below so you can go and get registered so that you can go and claim your free course valued at 150 bucks. So you've got Paul's. Once you're registered and once you're on the call, we'll make a note to get in touch and you can have one of our awesome courses for free. You can look at Paul's conversion course, my brand course. We've got a couple of meta ads courses in there. We've got a brand guide course. We've got an meta ad creative course and a few other bits and pieces. So you can have your choice of any one of those as a thank you for attending live. Sorry if you're watching the replay. Better luck next time. You'll have to jump on live to win one of these awesome prizes next time, and we'd love to have you. 3 must-dos, or we'd love you to do's on these calls is lock in. We're going to be here for about an hour. So the more you focus, the more you concentrate, the more you're going to get out of this experience. We'd love you to be seen. We hate staring into the black Zoom box of death. If you do have a camera and you can show your beautiful faces, we'd love to see you, particularly if we're bringing you up on stage later to have a chat with you. And speaking of having a chat, the chat will be live and blasting all through this call. So please figure out where the chat is and go chat to our team over there. They'll be asking questions. We'd love you to be interacting and engaging over in the chat. Few key goals for you today, but one real massive one is to understand more how to convert more browsers into buyers, right? We talk about conversion rate all the time on these calls and inside of our communities because it really is the biggest, quickest win for ecom brands. Having a site that converts better and be able to turn more of the traffic that comes to your site into sales saves you from having to spend more money to drive more traffic in order to get sales. You can send the same amount of traffic, convert a higher percentage of those into orders and make more money. So that's what we're going to show you how to do on this call tonight. And that will help you dial in your paid ads, make them more profitable. And we're also going to take a few people through our pathway to profit, which we call our fast path plan, which is the step-by-step in the right order, things that you need to focus on in your business to convert more browsers into buyers and start to move your business from that 40K a month mark up towards the 400, 500K a month mark. Big question we get here on these calls is, will this work for me? And Billy's drawing on my screen. Thanks, Billy. Will it work in my niche, right? There's 3 big questions here. Will it work in my niche? Will it work at my size? Will it work now? The short question is yes. And there's, as I said, there's sort of 3 flavors here, right? Will it work in my niche? Yes, we teach principles, right? The stuff that we're going to show you and take you through tonight is principle based. It's stuff that's always worked. It's stuff that's always going to work. So yes, whatever niche you're in, as I said, we've had some interesting conversations with some people today in some very, very specific niches. This stuff will work in your niche. This will work at your size. Obviously, there's some dependencies just on the size and scale of your business. But again, these principles apply to any business at any scale, just at some different levels. And will it work now? Yes, the stuff that we teach that we're going to take you through tonight is proven inside of e-commerce businesses in 2025. Ourselves, our coaches, our entire team are active inside of e-commerce business accounts, businesses in 2025. So the stuff we're going to show you tonight is applicable to right now. So you might be wondering who this is for. Is this for me? Am I in the right place? So if you're any one of these 3 things, you are in the right place. If you're passionate about your business, you know you've got a great product, you've worked really hard on it, you know it can have a big impact in the world, you know you could sell a ton of them if you just knew that next best step thing to do, but you just don't have those right moves, this is the right place for you. If you're overwhelmed, which who isn't when you're trying to run a business and trying to get things going and try to understand all the things that you need to do to run a business, right? Overwhelm sort of comes with being a business owner, but we want to try and reduce that overwhelm for you by giving you a very clear path to profit here tonight. And if you ultimately are in business to make money, which probably most of you could put your hand up and say, yes, I'd like to make some money or make some more money or make some more profitable money in my business and not be a collection agency for the ATO, right? If I actually want to keep some of the money for myself, we're going to show you the 3 steps to get there on the call tonight. So the next question we get is, why should you listen to Paul? Why should you listen to myself, Chris, or anyone on our team? Because we don't teach theory, we teach the stuff that we do, right? We teach by experience, we teach by practice. As I said, our team, all of our coaches, everyone in our team are inside of e-commerce businesses today in 2025. Paul built Warcom, probably one of the first e-com stores in Australia, way back in 1997, something like that. Long time ago, sold it in 2014, ran it for a good decade and a bit, close to a couple of decades, sold $40 million of products in the tech space, and eventually sold that company out to an ASX listed company. And as part of that process, he founded and built the Insightful agency, essentially to help run and market his own business. Insightful now is one part of our business here at the eCommerce Circle. We have the eCommerce Circle coaching program and community, and Insightful agency. Insightful builds about 100 Shopify stores a year, where we get to practice a lot of our conversion elements. In 25 years in e-commerce, it was 1997, feels so long ago. 1997, 25 years ago. So if it's happened in e-com, Paul's been there. Our team's been there. We know what's around the corner. We know what's about to happen at your size of business. Wherever you're at, we know what's coming next because we've been there, we've done that, we bought the t-shirt, right? That's why we're able to coach businesses to new levels. Because the funny thing is that all the stuff that Paul learned 25 years ago, the marketing and advertising stuff that I learned 25 years ago at university and practiced building agencies for 20 years, the stuff Chris Velato learned, all of our team learned, Lockie's meta ads, right? All the stuff we've learned over the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. When you break it down to principles, it's still applicable at any time, right? And that's why we're able to build businesses, because the same principles that applied all that time ago still apply today. And it's still the same stuff that we use today to help our clients get results like this, whether clients are doing their first $1 million years, some are doing their first $1 million months, some are cracking their first 10K months, some are moving from platforms like Etsy and Amazon and finally finding their feet on their own and are stoked to do 10K not on Etsy, or to hit a 20K month, or grow from 30K to 300K in a few months, right? These principles are what get these results like Sam, who joined us at about 60K a month. He's now pushing about $500,000 worth of golf simulators a month. He made that transformation with us in about six or 7 months. As you can see here, we did about 150% growth month on month once he joined us. And again, we didn't change a bunch of stuff. We focused on some really high leverage activities in his business, built a more higher converting website, did some brand targeting, improved some ROAS and performance in his meta ads, and massively changed his trajectory in his business. So obviously we run these calls every week here inside of the Shopify Australia group. You'll see these on our YouTube channel. And we do have what we call our unhidden agenda, right? And this is why we're here. We want you to be our next client success story. As I say every week, I'd love to be putting a picture of your face and your Shopify store showing your first $1 million year on our next client success slide the next time that I run this presentation. And I said, we teach and do, guys. We teach what we do what we teach. We're inside of accounts all the time. Our mission genuinely here is to help people, is to help e-commerce founders find their feet, grow their businesses, make more money. So our promise to you is that for this workshop tonight is that you will get incredible value, whether we ever hear from you again or not. If this is the first and only time we ever get to meet you, fantastic. You will walk away with practical, tactical stuff that you can apply in your business at the end of today's call that will make an actual difference in growing your business. But obviously we have time constraints, right? We're here for an hour. We'd love to work one-on-one with everybody on this call, but we'd be here for about 27 hours if we did that, and we just don't have that time today. So for anyone that is interested in some more help, a bit more one-to-one work, who'd like to work with us a bit longer, and get a bit more face time to help us help you achieve your goals faster, would it be okay? Can I get a raise of hands? Can I get an emoji? Can I get a hell yeah? If it's okay with you, if we share a way, excuse me, I've been talking too much today. If I share an offer with you a bit later today, that will help you work with us a bit closer.
Yes.
Drop us a yes, drop us an emoji, give us a thumbs up.
Just all nod whilst Chris silently like chokes a bit. Like, can you make us host too, Chris? You're the only one with host at the moment. You need to make me and Chris and Roxy host.
You guys
So,
also made me host.
Justin, can you get Chris some water? Just I know you're in Sydney, but just send him some water down or something.
I can only make you co-host.
What?
So, Cash, I'm just going to mute you there.
Cafe, he's in the airport. He's got his Princeton hat. Is that what it is? No, one of them.
I'm trying to make you co-host, Paul, Chris.
I always like people's backgrounds. Like Billy's driving and he's on the moon, and like Cash is at the airport.
Yep, it's not letting me make you co-host, so I've clicked all of you. It's not letting me do it, so I'll just
Awesome.
manage everyone.
We'll just rest.
It's working great tonight. All right, so where's everyone at in your journey? Most people we meet, pretty much everyone we meet, is in one of these four places. You're in startup mode, you're in setup mode, grow up, or scale up. So in the chat, let us know where you're at. Are you at startup? Are you pre-launch? Have you not launched yet? Are you just about to launch? Are you sort of just finding your feet in your business? You're around that 10K a month mark. Maybe a bit more stabilized. You're starting to figure out what sells, starting to run some ads, getting more traffic at that 25K a month mark, or you're going to grow up or scale up when you're 50K, 100K, 200K a month. You're starting to dial things in and get to scale. Some startups, mostly startups. The bottom one, the scale ups, nice. Okay, mostly startups. Good, good. Paul and Delane came to us when they were in startup mode. They were doing 20, 30 grand a month in their amazing collagen business. They've now had record annual growth, and they're even higher than this now. They came in about what 20, 30K a month. They're now pushing $90,000 months consistently the last few months. Again, simple tweaks, built a higher converting website, got more targeted in their brand messaging, refined some of their positioning, bump conversions in their meta ads. Simple changes that made massive differences for them in their business. They're now both able to work in the business together, which they couldn't do before. They're expanding their product range, bringing even better, cleaner collagen and protein products to the family market, which is amazing. So how do we get these results? Is results like this just luck? Do we just happen to meet people that are already on that trajectory and they do everything themselves? Is it some sort of magic, some sort of voodoo? Or could it be some sort of a system? What do you guys reckon in the chat? Is it luck? Is it magic? Is it a system helping people get $1 million months, some $1 million weeks, some $1 million years?
It's a
What do you
miracle.
reckon? System, Mel, black magic, Daniel. Yep, it's the good stuff.
Have your eyes and hit buttons on your ads. That's pretty much it. You just done. Thumbs.
Just push the money button.
Yep. So I play in the pokies. You just go eventually. You're like, yay, free spins.
All right, we got some people on the right track. It is a system. Good guess, everybody. You get a extra Freddo Frog with your free course. And it is a system that we call the more orders model that looks something exactly like this triangle on the screen here. So this model is made up of three things, these three question marks. Each of these things starts with the letter S. And these are the three things that are the biggest levers that you can pull in your business, and really the first things that you need to fix and optimize in your business before you focus on the 4,000 other things that you could be doing. If any one of these things is broken, you need to fix this first before moving on. So in the chat, drop us some questions, some ideas. Paul's got a bit of a hangman set up there. They all start with S. They're all things that most ecom businesses either don't have at all, they're broken in some way, or they're not fully optimized to operate in the best way possible. And if you've guessed before or you know what the answers are, you can wait until everybody else has a bit of a guess.
If you've been switched on as well, we've kind of already said it when we're talking about how we help those other guys. So
yeah, he's already given it
There's
away.
been some hints. There's been some hints. If you're paying it, just making sure you're paying attention.
So for those of you that don't know how to play Hangman, you got to just go, there's a 5-letter word. Give me the 5 letters for the word. Have a guess. There's three words. They all start with S. 2 of them end with Y. So there's a few E's in there. There's a few R's in there. Let's go. Anyone game? If you have
SEO, which was a good, that's part of the answer. We're thinking more high level here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyone? Otherwise, we'll have to throw to the.
Service.
Yeah. No, it's not service. Doesn't have 5 letters or 7
Having a
letters.
good product though is like central to everything. So definitely you want a good product or a good service, whatever you're selling. That's kind of just always there.
I mean, if product started with S, it would make sense.
It would. We'd put it in.
Go around the
Okay.
group.
Low guesses today. I think we're just going to get on to the next slide.
We've got to stay here in misery until we figure it out. Come
We're
on,
not
Mr.
moving on until everyone guesses every letter.
James. Do you know one of them, James? Chuck in an answer. You can have one. Daniel Nagy can have one. I don't even know how to pronounce your surname, Dan. I've known you for 50 years. Nagy.
You want the proper way or the what everyone says?
Easy, whatever's easy.
Nagy sounds great.
Nagy, done. All right. No, we're still not getting there. All right.
Sales is more of a result of these
Story.
things, Alison.
One sounds a lot like store.
Well, Justin already guessed one of them.
Story. Yes.
Story. Okay, we're 2 down.
Also sounds a lot like store, Paul.
Yeah, sounds a lot like store.
Yeah, there's two.
The last one sounds like strategy.
Crazy.
It's like Fafagy.
Done.
All right.
Daniel.
Story, strategy. Well done, everyone. Everyone correctly guessed. No one gets a Freddo Frog, though, because half of you already knew the answers. But your story, and your strategy are the 3 most critical levers you can pull in your business. Your store is all about conversion and converting more browsers into buyers. As we said up front, we love talking about conversion. This is mainly about having a high converting website, a Shopify store that actually turns more browsers into buyers, helps people shop, helps people find what they're looking for, has all of the 400 plus conversion triggers built into the site to amplify the user experience and make sure as many people buy as much stuff as possible when they hit your website. If that's not in place, no point doing much else in your business. Second big component that most e-com brands miss or don't do very well is having a compelling brand story that helps them connect with their ideal buyer and connects with them through the words on the website, through the visuals on their website, through their brand, through how they talk about their origin story and how they came up with the product, or why they're in business, or what it should mean to somebody, or how they help somebody get from where they are, get unstuck out of the problems, the challenges they're facing, and how their product helps them improve their lives. All of that built into a compelling brand message that goes on your website, goes in your meta ads, goes in your emails, goes in your SMSs, goes on your packaging, goes into every part of your business, so that every touch point feels a very specific way to a very specific person. Compelling brand message, having a compelling story is a massive part that we see a lot of people get wrong.
Can you mute James, Chris? Yeah. I think that's where the noise is coming from.
Yeah, so James, just mute you again.
Flight 7 departing now. So
wait for your flight.
And the third aspect is your strategy, and strategy covers all parts of the back end part of your business, right? This is having the right business model, selling the right products. This is your marketing strategy, your digital strategy, your content strategy. But it's also about doing the right thing at the right time in the right order, which is what we're going to get through tonight when we have a look at our fast path plan, which we're going to run for a couple businesses here live tonight to show you how to turn the more orders model on in your business. So most businesses that we meet, as I said, have stuff that they need to fix that's broken. For example, a website that just isn't performing needs to get fixed. They've got stuff that doesn't even exist yet that needs to get built. They've got to grow some stuff and improve stuff that's already proven to be working for them. And some businesses need to do some transformation, right? Maybe build out a new product line, change to a different marketplace, make a big move in their business. So Paul's going to take over. I'm going to jump out of here.
All right, go me. So, got some people joining.
There were some pop-up notifications when I came back, so it should all be co-hosts now.
Yeah, all right.
That's why
we'll just
blocking me.
check that quickly. So,
Yeah, you're all co-hosts now.
We're all co-hosts. Who's up first? Let's have a look at some sites and see what we've got going on here. So,
Mel
actually, who has
is,
it? Got Mel.
Holding Co.
Yeah, awesome. Mel's got a camera on. You open to coming off mute, Mel, and having a chat with us?
Yeah, for sure. Can you hear
All
me
right,
okay?
yeah, here's your opportunity to pitch your brands to the entire internet. So tell us all about when you started, why you're doing it. Give us all the good stuff.
Okay. I'm in a partnership, and we're farmers. And as a lot of you might know, we went through a massive drought a few years ago and almost lost everything. So we knew that we needed to do something. So he went off and did some chopper pilot work doing mustering, and saw a need for more safety, clothing, hats, water bottles, all these things to be on cattle stations where it's a high risk situation for getting lost, wandering off and not coming back. So we decided to start selling those items mainly to people that were doing their 88 days from overseas. They're the most ill prepared, and just educating people on what the environments are going to be like that they're stepping into. So we're talking remote, isolated areas of Australia, sheep stations, cattle stations. Some of these stations you could be driving for 6 hours and still not leave the property. You know,
wow.
They're massive. They're as big as some European countries and bigger.
Right.
So we started selling water bottles and hats and shirts, long sleeve shirts, and we found a huge demand for it, especially face to face. We were going to, cattle stations. We still are going to the stations, going to events, going to rodeos, getting our name out there, meeting people, having those conversations, some life-saving conversations with farmers, and having some knowledge of what they're going through ourselves. I mean, we've got now people managing our properties. We didn't lose them, thank goodness. This business made it possible for us to hold on to everything. And we're just growing. We're going from strength to strength, particularly face to face. We are struggling with our online environment and getting that message across to people.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Talk to me about, so what, people go off wandering for 88 days and then come back? What's that about?
No, so what it is, people will come on a working visa to Australia. They need to do 88 days worth of work in order to secure their second and third year of being able to remain in Australia. They need to be working in remote locations. Typically those are locations above the Tropic of Capricorn in Australia, and that includes, sheep stations, cattle stations, fruit picking. Some isolated areas they allow for work in motels and gas stations and that sort of thing, but a lot of them find their way onto these large stations.
Yeah, right. Interesting. So let's have a look at some things here and see what's going on. So from the things that we spoke about in the video so far. So we spoke about the story, right? So you've got an amazing story. Tough Aussie workwear for life on the land. Like, it says what it is, So a lot of brands don't do this very well. Like, they just, hey, it's welcome to Karen's website. We sell candles. You're like, well, that sounds amazing. I'm really inspired to buy your candles, right? But in terms of a brand message at a basic level, this is good. Like, build for station life, rodeo nights, and everything in between. Gear made tough, born proud. Like, this is actually a very good example of brand messaging done well. So it's rare that we actually have this occur. So
yeah,
well done. Well done. So now if we scroll down here and we start getting into like this kind of stuff, like trust statements and stuff, and we actually made the SQN website.
Few familiar brands there.
Yeah, we made their website. So
wonderful.
Now you come into, so I might actually use Mel's website as an example. I'm sure I'll find things and I'll tell her stuff's wrong, but for everyone else who's watching, so she's got trust statements, so that's good. These things here are trust statements. Built for cattle stations, rodeos, and rural life. Done. Everyone goes, that's me. I want it. Happy days. Authentic, half button work shirts and outdoor gear. That's not a trust statement, right? That's a type of a product, So family owned, proudly Aussie, that is a trust statement, and that is like social proof. That's right as well. Free shipping over $150, easy returns. That's not really a trust statement either. So let's pull this apart a little bit. First thing that you want to do is when people start landing on your website, and this is more so for everybody else except for Mel, which is doing so well. Like, you want people to read that sentence right there, and you want them to go, yes, in their brain. They go, right, I'm in the right spot. I read that, and I'm like, that's a tick for me, because this is called a H1 tag, most important sentence on your homepage. So they read that and they go, done, happy days. Then they read this and they go, happy days. Then they start scrolling down here, right? And they start looking at your next set of trust statements and they go, yep, that's me. That's me. I don't care about that. And I don't care about that. So the more yes statements that you get as you scroll down, the more likely people are to actually buy when they come to your website. So most ecom people don't do this though. They forget about the H1, they forget about the H2, they forget about all of their trust statements. So I don't know why it's not working. Why it's such a big issue as well is because when it comes to telling a good story, so you got to think about this, right? There's three parts to running an e-commerce business. You want to attract customers to your business, you want them to buy something, and you want to give them a full service. You deliver their order and everything, and they're happy, right? So when it comes to running your ads, if you don't say the same thing in your ad and you don't say the right thing to the right person in the right tone and the right way that they want to hear it, and then once they land on your website, they're going to bounce, right? So you need consistency between your ads and you need consistency on your website. There is a difference though, like someone scrolling through their Facebook ad feed, and your goal on the Facebook ad feed is to drag them away from any pains that they're having, right? That's what Facebook is serving. So like, hey, if you live on the land, right, and your products kind of aren't up to scratch, click this button. You go, great. So I've left there. You're dragging them away from pain. Then you drag them over to your website. Then you start making promises to them, and then you start agitating the pain more. So like, hey, again, if you are living in the land and you need tougher Aussie workwear, blah, 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 we're the brand for you, So you're doing parts of that. I don't know what you're doing in your ads, but you're kind of you're in the right spot, basically, right? I would be changing these trust statements, though, to be more along the lines of, let me think for a second. What do we want to go with here? So, because you really have to get into thinking what people are also thinking when they're on your website. Like things such as, we only stock brands that we wear ourselves on the land. Mm-hmm. Someone reads that sentence and they go, oh yeah, tick, right? And then they're like, real people, real service, just give us a call and we'll sort you out. You're like, great, sounds much better than like, oh, it's Temu here and your order will be there in 5 weeks from blah, 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 or something like trusted by station workers, rodeo riders, and outback families across the country. So it's similar to your first sentence, but it's a slight change in the essence that it's like it's trusted by station workers, rodeo riders. So anyone that is a rodeo rider or is a station worker or is an outback family, they're like, yeah, that's me. That's right. So you can see what I'm trying to do here from a brand story perspective. And for context, this is super basic what I'm talking about here. When we do this for brands, like this is a 7 to 8 hour process and there's like 200 questions. But I wanted to bang home the important part of this, that your message on your website and all your trust statements and all your H1 and all your H2s is critically important, because once people land on your site, if it doesn't resonate with them, literally within the first few seconds, and then when I say the first few seconds, like, so this is what they see, right? On desktop, and obviously it's a bit hard for me to share a mobile, but they'll go, yeah, read that sentence, 1 tick, read that sentence, 2 tick. Would be better if I could see all the other statements in here, right? So I go, oh, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. I see in all of them, and then I see this stuff up here. So this is not really a trust statement, but however, it is giving clarity around shipping. So they go, yeah, that's another one. Definitely not a trust statement as a mobile phone number. That needs to be changed. Yeah, you're doing things right, but there's certainly things you could do better. Even if we scroll down on the homepage, let's have a look a bit further down here. What do we got? So straight into collections, straight into the product type. So lots of products. What's going on here? More collections. Fast and free, give us a call, committed to helping farmers, secure shopping. this stuff is good. So you got like, hey, it's Malcolm from Gundawindi. Here's his review that he gave us. Like, happy days. Another one. Doesn't seem like you have any information about reviews up higher. How many reviews does the business have in total?
Not a lot. I don't have like Trustpilot or any of those. We've only got some Google reviews. We get a lot more word of mouth and on the email sent to us.
Right. Okay. All right. So don't use Trustpilot anyway. It's the biggest piece of junk that exists. Use something like Judge Me, right? It's a reviews platform. It's like $15 to $20 a month, and it'll enable you to collect like reviews from everyone. How many orders are you doing a month at the moment in the business?
Judge Me. Okay. So most of our business is the face-to-face. So when we go out, we do really, really good sales each day. But online, we're doing more on eBay than we're doing on the website.
Yeah. Okay. The reason that is, so first part is your brand message is not where it needs to be. Like, it's like I've drawn a few things on here. If we scroll down, there is like, where's the photo of you and the family, for example? Like, hey, we started the brand. This is why we do it. We're farmers, passionate about it. We've been through all the hard times that you guys have gone through. That's why we did this. We don't want, we want to help people deal with depression, anxiety, like isolation, There's a big story that's missing on the homepage at the moment. Even if you look at this, feels like that looks like a Woolworths website, the top bit, right? Oh, excuse me.
Fair enough.
So Chris might have to take over for a second. Coughing here. Whenever you're ready, Chris.
So because you were giving me crap about it earlier, the gods have smited you.
All right, I'll go back again. Thanks for that. So let's get into some other things then, all right? So if we look at, now we might move into conversion rate optimization stuff. So most people are going to go straight to your product page, right? So this is your collection page. Here's your product page. Walk me through your best seller, actually. Like, what's your best? Yeah.
Yep, it'd be the half button shirts for men in the blue usually.
This one? Okay. All right.
Yep.
So biggest things that now we're going to look at some conversion rate optimization things, right? So now let's have a look here. So product name, things that are missing from this page that are going to cause you conversion issues. Never ever use an orange button. Number one, like the only people should be using an orange button is Amazon, not you. All right. So change that immediately.
Okay.
First thing again, though, is you also don't have any social proof. You are missing where's your size guide? You don't have a size guide. So people go, I don't actually know what size a medium is. Because, like some clothes are different sizes based on whether it's a loose fit or a tight fit or that kind of thing, right? So
in the description.
Yeah.
It's going on to it myself now.
Is there an actual size guide graphic or a size guide link in the description? Or
yeah,
also, like, I'd have no idea what, like, every brand medium is different.
Yeah. So you need to include that.
Yeah, so that does need to be changed. It's in the photos. Yeah.
Is it? Where else? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So short hack that you can do here. Well, like in the photo, and I've done this for many fashion brands. I'm like, hey, this is Kevin. Kevin's wearing a size medium. So people go, oh, I'm a similar build to him.
He's 6'2" and 180 kilos.
You can kind of tell when you go done. Things that also are missing, like again, you've got to get into the social proof stuff. So there should be a review thing here that says like how many reviews there are. There should be like, hey, we've sold 24 of these products in the last like 7 days. There should be a thing that says like, hey, we've got like 3 people looking at the product at the moment. So these are all little things that like once you add them to the website will make a big difference. I would also be doing, so there's a thing called a meta-field benefits that you should be using here. So meta-field benefits are short sentences that you can put here. Let me draw on the screen. My voice is recovering. So 2 or 3 little statements that go right here, right? That say, this is like our most loved shirt and it's loved by hundreds of farmers right across Australia. And you go, oh, great. Sounds really good. and then the next thing that people are likely to think about. So what you're trying to do here is counter all the objections that they're going to have in their head. So for example, we are like, stays cool even in the bloody 45-degree days when you're in the middle of the farm and it's like, you know, like you're melting, like you're actually going to get rid of the sweat, you're still going to feel good. You go, yeah, great, that sounds like something I want. Then they'll be like, you know, maybe it is made out of a certain type of material, you know, maybe it's made in Australia, you know, it's handmade in Australia. It's, you know, like one-on-one type thing. So it's not like some big mass produced blah, blah, blah. So statements along those lines, people go, yes, that sounds good as well, right? So again, the biggest thing that we're trying to do here is knock out everyone's objections. So because then as we scroll down further on this page, we knock out more objections, right? So if I get down here, and I might throw to the audience here and see everyone who's watching, there's a few of you that have been to a few of these. Like if I go here, or if you guys are about to buy something from Mal, what's something that's missing from you that's not really clear? Have a guess. Anyone who's been in, no shipping. Exactly, right? And I will tell you, like, I mean, I can't see it. I can see it there. Spend $150 and we'll shout your shipping, but like, it should be here. It should say it's in stock. It ships from far north Queensland. You're going to get it in a couple of days, right? Stuff like that. Next thing, what's missing? Chris Villado.
I was going to go for the shop pay button, but it's definitely one there. There's no key features.
Description.
Yeah, look, product description, usually you don't want too much space taken up. That drop down, does it have much there?
Yeah,
I would be putting key features there. Yeah, so I would take like the 3 or 4 most sellable things about this product. Obviously, this depends how many products you have in the business, but if this one's quite popular, I would come up with 3 or 4 key points to kind of drive home why someone's buying this, and I would have it right there and probably above the price, but instead of that drop down there, I would put the drop downs below the price because that's kind of stuff people don't really need to read everything of.
Correct. You need so like what he's talking about, like you need a short description. Right. Yeah. So product name, short. You know what we're going to do? Let's have a look. Let's see if Mr. James is doing that. Shock.
That's not a good face, James. You're getting caught out here.
Hang on, you're getting called out here. It's got a cool product. Buy his product though. Let's have a look. I'm going to give you an example. I'm like, see how he's doing it. If he's not doing it, we'll fix it. We'll help you fix it.
There we go.
So here you go. So he's also not doing it. You know, so product name. He does have reviews though. It's great. You know, he's not clear on this, so that needs to change. You know, he's also not using meta field benefits. He's also not using a short description. So even like James and I were chatting the other day, and he's crushing it in sales. But even for a brand like he's adding all these extra things will make a massive difference to your brand. Right. So let's pick another one. Give us another brand that we've got here. Chris, or even in an existing brand.
Oh gosh, I'll say BAM Accessories was another one. Yeah, from Ellison.
Hang on. Let's have a look.
Mine is very beginner, like just started.
Yeah.
So
Sorry for picking on you, Ellison.
Let's show you an example, right? This is one of our like poster clients. So for example, they'll do like a pool cover, right? That thing. Don't even get me started on how many of these bloody things that he sells. But great example, right? 10 people are looking at it. Product name, social proof. Well, short description. Right. Pick your color. Few options. Come down here. You can pick it up from all these locations. Delivery and pickup information. Tons of photos. Tons of reviews, right? He's still missing heaps of stuff, but there's a reason he's doing $500,000 or $600,000 a month, and you're not. All right, it's one of our clients. Not just this product, obviously, it's other products. Right. So this is why I bang on about all this. When it comes to building a product page and a home page and a collection page and the cart page, there's like 400 things that should be across all of those pages. And if you have them all, your conversion rate, it's not going to just be like 4, 5, 6%. It's going to be 7, 8, 9% or something, right? Like, I know what's your conversion rate, James? You can just even put your hand up if you want.
I got up to 7%.
Yeah. So, but even him, like that's an epic result, right? But if he did some of the things that I said, like, I'll mute him again. It's a bit noisy at the airport there. But if he added a few extra things, and I won't share how much his revenue on the call because that's his business, but think about it. If you had an extra 2%, let's assume James was doing like 100 grand a month, which is doing more than that, we'll go like, going to give him an extra $25,000, $35,000 a month. So well worth doing this stuff, right? Does this make sense for everybody? Why it's so important? And why it's so important for someone like you, Mel, particularly is, and anyone else that does the offline events, your website is effectively your 24-hour sales machine that is selling when you're not around. So people go and meet you in person and they listen to your passion when you talk about your brand, right? And they listen to how you talk about it. And they listen as the feelings come through you when you talk to them about that. And they listen about the compassion for the farmers and they're like all the other stuff, right? So if you don't have that same feeling and the same languaging and stuff coming through your website's not going to sell like you. If your goal should be for your website to outperform you and do it 24 hours a day, versus putting money in your bank and you're asleep, right? And you do that by having a really, really good brand messaging strategy and a website that converts well. And then the bottom of the triangle, then you go, there's our digital strategy. So we'll map out your digital strategy now, what it should be, and even your like how to turn this thing around. So I'm going to just bring this over here. So give me a second. My tablet's in here, isn't it? Yeah, cool. All right. So whiteboard, continue. Give me like a nod or something if this is making sense so far. And this is, I will frame this by saying, I'm sharing with you like 5% of the 95% that you need to know about this stuff. So
I was looking, Paul, and I did see a few nods around. So
that's good. All right, let's get rid of this.
Good.
All right. So, now I'm getting thumbs on my screen. Hang on. Wait for Candace's thumb. Whatever happened. Don't know how that happened. But let's pick a color. Green. That'll do. Let's pick a thing. So first thing that you have to fix is actually do a proper brand messaging strategy, right? So brand messaging strategy. Got to nail that. I might even, if I get time, I might even show on the call like how thorough it needs to be. I think there's some value in demonstrating that. So because everyone else will go, oh, okay, it's not as simple as going to ChatGPT and going, hey, fix this thing on the homepage. Like there's a lot more to it. Number two. And again, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a bit. So this is obviously our fast path plan. So someone like you work with us, we go, hey, over 12 months, do stuff in this order, right? And the reason I say to people do stuff in this order is so you don't go to YouTube and you're like, oh, I watched this bloke's video and that person's video and this person's video and that person's video and this person's video. And I'm doing all this right now, all at the moment. And I'm like, yeah, no, don't do that. Like just do a couple of things at once and it'll be much better for you. So first thing is, can I backtrack and get rid of all my scribbles? There we go. That's better. Second thing, you need to go through the whole website and find what's missing. Homepage, product page, collection page, the cart drawer. So when someone adds to the cart, there's a thing called a cart drawer that pops out. What's missing in there? What's missing on your thank you page? Add all of the things that are missing, right? And if you do that, your site converts better, right? So let's just say website, easy.
Fantastic.
Next thing, yeah,
this is really good info.
Oh, thank you. That's not enough. I've done this a couple of times now. So, next thing, what are you doing from a marketing perspective? Like you're doing meta ads or Google ads or SEO or anything, or using influencers or what does that look like?
SEO, Google ads. And we've got roadside billboards.
Whoa, okay, right.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. How much are you spending on your meta ads a month?
500? Not a lot.
Oh, okay. Same with Google, like small budgets.
Yeah, small budgets. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So at some point, like meta ads will be a good idea. However, right now, meta ads is a terrible idea. Does anyone want to have a guess why meta ads would be a terrible idea right now? Anyone that's been here before, or if you know the answer, shout it out. Like, don't be embarrassed. Like, low conversion rate. Yes, exactly. So I used a terrible example at some point. many of you were on the call were single. All right. Actually, many of you on the call right now are married. Right. When you went out and tried to find a partner, you went out, you dressed really good, you spoke really good, you converted good. Maybe some of you didn't. Maybe some of you are out there like in your Crocs and your tracksuit pants and didn't speak very well, didn't convert. So it's the same with the website, right? If your website, I certainly won't say your website's wearing Crocs and it's not speaking very well, because it's pretty good at the moment. However, if we make it speak really, really good and we make it actually look really, really good, we make it convert really, really good, then you start running your meta ads, right? Because if you do it the other way, all you would do, and if you use a dating analogy, you just go from date one to another date to another date to another date. And you're like, I don't know why I'm not converting. I'm like going out there meeting all these people, like, well, you're not speaking good and you don't look good. That's why you're going home with a dud, right? So most people's websites are in that state, unfortunately. And the worst thing is most people don't realize that. Yours isn't, right? However, we just need to get you like full date ready. So when we start like going, hey, here we are, like we're getting a lot of traffic coming to your website. Sounds good, converts good, happy days. Make sense? So if I was you, I'd can meta ads. Right now, it's just a waste of money, because once you nail your brand messaging strategy properly, then what we're going to do is we're going to take all that and we're going to put that into your meta ad strategy, into your meta ads account. So when you go and hire like content creators who are like farmers and rodeo riders and all that kind of stuff, and by this point in time, you'll be a member of our amazing e-commerce circle community, because it's amazing. You'll know how to do a script. You'll know how to go, hey, say these things from my brand messaging strategy in your video, and then give me your video back, and I'm going to run the video as an ad, and people are going to click the ad, and they're going to go, great, I really like what Dan, the radio writer buddy, said in your ad. And I go to your website, and then they read the same stuff on there, and then they're on your product page, and they see your reviews, and they see the other stuff, and they go, great, I'm ready to order 9 shirts, thanks, and some pants.
Awesome. And
Nice.
You asked me about the marketing. We do have a couple of people that are doing videos for us that are in that rodeo scene. Yeah, bull riders.
There you go. So what will be happening at the moment is they're not saying the right thing. Simple as that. Like they may fluke a video every now and then. You go, I don't know why that one worked. And then they'll do another one, another one, another one. There is like a 15-step process to making a content video that crushes every single time without fail. But it all starts back here. And it all finishes with a website that converts. And it all scales, excuse my terrible drawing over the screen now, but it all scales with a digital strategy, a proper one, right? This is what the big boys and the big girls do, and this is why they're successful. Does this all make sense? And then this is just the start. Obviously, we're only up to like the first, 4 months or whatever it is. I can't maths on this, but right. And then you get into the good stuff. Then you start going, cool, now let's run our Google ads. Now let's go through stuff on Pinterest. Now let's start TikTok. Now let's go email. And you go, great, I've got a $500,000 a month business or $1 million a month business. Say the right thing on the right channel, on the right platform, to the right person, to our website. If they don't buy, they come back and they buy from us via email, and they buy from us once every 2 months. And like happy days, one customer is worth like $500 to $1,000 a year. And we go, great, we can acquire customers for $50. We can scale this thing to the moon. All the farmers are rich. Happy days, especially you. Do you know what I mean? So that's where we want to go with this.
Yeah, I agree.
Any questions about this? Anyone? Chris Volato, I would never put you on the spot. Do you want to add anything to this?
I thought you asked me if I had any questions. No, I think this is pretty solid. Anything I add from this point would just be kind of
just going to diminish it.
Again. No, look. It's what this is the same. If you remember from the results that we went through at the start with the other businesses on how we turn these businesses around, it's the same thing, and it's the same thing we do for everyone. Just people need it done in maybe different orders or different ways that they need help, etc. But it's really simple. Even if you're doing it yourself, you got to work on these 3 things: your brand strat, conversion optimization. That's what actually allows you to have a website that's going to convert well. And that means we can start organizing how we're going to get our traffic, because we know that it's going to a website that's actually going to convert, and we're going to be profitable with it. So like what we're going through now it's going to be relatively the same with everyone, because it's the core key things that we need to move.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go as deep as I did for Billy, but I've been mindful that he's sitting there very respectfully parked wherever he's parked. So we'll do it a bit. Now, first thing that pops out to me for Billy, does anyone else want to give me an answer? Let's have a quick scroll up and down Billy's website. What's missing?
The
I'll give you the
website.
hate. Yeah. Right. You can see the screen, honey.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like there's
He had-
like the website's
has-
missing. There's two
he has-
sections. There's
he
no
has no
H1
brand.
banner, no
Yeah.
brand.
He's got no brand strategy. What's his H1? What's his H2? Where's his trust statements? Where's his unique selling proposition? Where's the, hey, it's Billy here. I'm really good at, supplying people with like amazing steel,
Can't
blah,
buy
blah,
from the
blah.
homepage. Can't check
There's
out.
none of it. Yeah,
No
no, there's none of that
bestsellers.
stuff, right?
But what this
So-
kind of looks more like, Paul, is it's kind of like it's a website, but it's more of a brochure rather than like a
Right.
sales mechanism.
Yeah. So first thing Billy needs to work on, I'm sure there's like, do you mind coming off mute for a second, Billy? We won't go too deep into this because we're already like, I can't top what we did with Mel. So we're going to like just cruise from here. But
Yeah, I'm here.
yeah, so like talk to me about the brand, mate. Like what's so unique about what you do, for example? I'm sure there's something, like what is it?
The uniqueness about it's just being able to buy like smaller lengths of metal without having to go to a main supplier and buy full lengths sort of thing. And
Got it. Okay.
like most steel supplier will actually ship something in Post, really. So
Yeah, right. Okay. So you target a very specific type of audience, right? Like guys like Bronson. Like Bronson's like, I don't need 9 kilometers of like stainless steel, thanks. I need like a meter or something, right? So
yeah,
potentially, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So I don't know too much about the steel world, but
yeah. Well, that's what it's mainly for hobbyists and stuff like that. But I have recently gotten a few bigger orders for people wanting like 300 meters of steel cut into like 1 meter length sort of thing. So
yeah, right. Okay. So as soon as landing your website, I need to say that we do this thing for this kind of person, and then here's all my trust statements. Like we've got you, whatever size steel you need, whether it's this big or it's like a couple of meters, or if you need 300 meters, I can sort you out. I could say family-owned, operated business, operating from wherever you're operating. There's a whole bunch of different trust statements and stuff that are going to go into this. Like, maybe you do stuff like, hey, I'll personally deliver it, right? If you're in wherever you're based or something, right? Or you'll source specific types of deal for people that no one else will go, I can't be bothered doing that. But you'll go, yeah, I'll go do it. The reason we do all of the messaging that you want to do, so that when people go and think about the certain type of service and the product that you offer, they go, here's my guy. So all the other guys like Bronson that are in the space and they're like, doing awesome stuff to their vehicles and stuff, they go, oh, like, don't go there, go here, here's your guy. He does all this cool shit, like, and they go to your website and it's really clear. He doesn't need to, give a big, long explanation about what it is Billy does. As soon as someone lands on your website, they go, great. It's really clear, right? So, for example, like, let's do this. House of Hoon. That's your site, right, Bronson? Let's have a look. We'll see how this is going.
Yep, that's it.
So land on his website, you go, cool, he's got a sick car, looks like a nice guy, like high performance car parts for 4-wheel drives. Oh, turn this off. Race cars and road builds. So if you want high performance parts for your 4-wheel drive, you want to do race cars and road builds, you go, great, shop proven aftermarket parts, lithium upgrades, and 3D printed fabrication gear. Anyone who knows what that stuff is, they're like, here's my dude. They start scrolling down, come down here, it's like Australian owned and operated, you go, great, amazing, quality products, great. He's got this thing in here, So just for context, Bronson's been through this process with us. That's why it's looking as amazing as it is. So, but you can see, you go, good, I'm in the right spot. If you're in that niche, here's my guy. Now show me the products, right? And he did, for context, he did a lot of this himself, right? So there's, things he could continue to do to make it better, but he's like off to a cracking start, right? So someone like you, Billy, this is what you kind of want to aspire to. So sentence like that, sentence like this, couple of sentences like that.
Yeah.
More optimized website, away you go. Be a game changer for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Makes sense. Was there any other brands that we wanted to look at on here, Chris V?
Maybe was it Cam Accessories, Alison, that you said you're kind of like really new, but happy to look at it anyway. Otherwise, anyone else who wanted to try
BAM Accessories? Is that what
Cam
it is?
Accessories, sorry, not Cam Accessories. By the way, do
Lots
we
of
have like a
people.
before of Bronson's website? Because I haven't seen it since you started hanging out with us, and oh my god, that is such an improvement, dude.
Let's have a look. We can have a look. Actually, we'll do it. We'll have a look. What does this site do? BAM
Alison,
accessories.
maybe if you want to come off mute and just if you're open to it, I don't want to put you on there.
So I'm really new to this. I've made one sale total. I've used ChatGPT to help me set it up.
Yeah.
So from what you're saying, I've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. What do you think about the work so far? Is it kind of a lot clearer on what you do need to focus on? That's the main.
Yeah, like obviously my landing page is totally wrong.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot.
There's no branding on it.
Yeah. What would you change after going through this for the last hour? What would you change specifically if you had to pick one thing that you're like, I could improve this within the week?
Straight away on my landing page, I need my branding as that in that heading section.
Yeah.
Like where the pink is.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. And so then, like you said, you need like the trust statements right under that, which I don't have anything like that. I don't have any reviews yet because, like I said, I've only made one sale and they didn't give me their email address. So,
yeah.
But I have sold in person again, so I could get some of my customers to do some photos and statements for me.
What do people say about your brand when they buy it, Alison? Like, cool stuff, by the way. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's real nice.
So this is just like part of this is not my handmade stuff, like the little pink charms are, but if you go into the shop now, like you'll see more, it's a handmade earrings.
Down, where is the this one? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, cool. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So in person, I get really good reviews. People love it because they're unique. They're, different.
Yeah, it's really about communicating
you can't
that.
buy that in Lovisa,
Yeah, it's particularly in this jewelry niche. I'm literally doing brand stuff with a couple of jewelry brands at the moment.
Yeah,
it's so much about finding your specific place in this monster jewelry niche.
Yeah, well,
like getting real clear on like this is what I do different, or it's for this type of person.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff that's the critical branding aspects for this type of business in this industry.
All right, so I ripped these up in about 3 seconds, so you'll have to forgive me. It's not my best work ever. When you join the eCom circle, like everyone else is going to join the eCom circle tonight, you guys will be wizards at this by next week. But something more along the lines of this, right? Jewelry as unique as you, handmade with heart in Victoria. Everyone goes, yes, I'm unique and I'm from Victoria. And that sounds good. And then they go, every piece is made by hand. No two are the same, just like you. So again, like it's better already, right? So then we do things like trust statements. So again, not perfect, but handmade story that tells you handmade jewelry that tells your story. You go, there's one. Here's another one. So take a screenshot while you're there. If I were you,
I'm gonna get my camera.
Deal it. This is being recorded though. Just don't tell everyone else. So even if you go, you know what, like I'm in Amesbury and something like this, people go from my hands to yours, unique accessories handmade in Amesbury. Hang on, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, whatever we said.
Yeah.
We won't get that deep. But like we did.
The world.
So the world, yes. Near the Calder Freeway. No. So, but for example, right, people now start reading this and they go, yeah, cool, tick. Yeah, tick. Yeah, tick, tick, tick. Right? Better already. So I always say we won't go looking any deeper at your conversion rate optimization, and then next second I do. So I won't even say it, I'm just going to do it. But looking at your product page, and I'm going to throw it to the audience and I'm going to say, oh God, look at that. I've graffitied your website. Hang on a second. Clear all that off. You can tell I'm a much better talker than I am a presenter. So what's missing? I'm going to go around the room. Who's going to give me, I might even just put some random people on the spot. Roxy, what's one thing you reckon's missing from this website? Or Justin, here's your moment to shine, Justin. What do you reckon is missing on this website? Daniel?
Another one that doesn't have shipping.
No information about shipping. Oh, it's down there, free shipping. Right. But okay, what else is missing? Reviews, all the other stuff, right? There's no photos of
urgency.
you need a really handsome, really beautiful person there, like with the earrings, and other ladies go, oh,
where I'm struggling, right? Like, so where do I get models from that I don't have to pay a fortune to?
Friends and family to begin with, if you can.
Pardon?
Friends and family, neighbors.
Put them in your ears. People go, oh, she looks lovely. And I go, yeah, I make them. And I go, oh, I like her. Like, she made the earrings. She's wearing the earrings. They look like nice earrings. I'll buy from them. You don't want to put like Kylie Jenner or someone on that and go, oh, like, don't like her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whoever. Like, you want to put real, authentic people that look likable, that look lovely, that look trustworthy. And you go, great, because I want to feel like them. More than ever. Sorry,
Joel, you mentioned AI model, and I just want to quickly say I recommend not using the model, because everyone can tell it's AI and it looks worse, less authentic. Keep it as authentic as possible.
I do have one with an AI model, and like you said, it doesn't. It's just not quite right.
Don't do that. No, unless you're really, really, really good.
Like super.
You got to be super good, and then the only people you're deceiving are like the 70-year-old men that are like, you think, oh, that's a real woman. I'm like, no, grandpa, that's the fake lady on the internet. So don't do that ever. Yes. But put people, give them away to people and go, hey, would you mind wearing my earrings and send me some photos?
I've made my daughter model for me a couple of times, so some of her pictures are on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there you go. James, you want to put some on, take a selfie? You up for that? Like, that'd look nice with it. No, Chris would, I don't know. Roxy would, but Roxy's in Spain, and this ages away, so unfortunately.
I'll have Connie wear some. We'll take some photos.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, send me some. My wife will wear some. So I'll get it happen, get it organised for you. Mal, do you want some earrings? She's got to look nice when she's on the farm and stuff. Like, you know, no one's going to see her from far away. It's long.
Absolutely. And I'll give you some shirts so we can share between us to get the
husband will love the shirt.
All right.
Perfect.
Let's go. We're gonna what's going on here? This is what happens.
Just going back quickly to the models though, like, do I have to do that for like every listing? Have a model?
Yeah, you got to have people using the product.
Right.
Well, definitely the best way. So go ahead, Paul.
If you sell products people wear, like obviously, like Bronson doesn't need to have a photo of a dude holding a turbo. Like, blokes don't care. Blokes are just like, show me the shiny metal thing. Do you know what I mean? And like, I don't go to a fishing website and I'm like, I need to see like Chris holding the fishing rod. I'm like, show me that. But for a fashion brand, you know, which is you're a fashion brand or you're a clothing brand or you're a merch brand.
It's going to have to be my ears.
Well, it has to be who is, and again, this is what comes out in a proper brand communication strategy. Like, who is your audience, right? So super quickly, like I did touch on this before, Google Drive. You'd think I'd have a link for this that I could just share, but let's load up. I want to show you something. Brand communication template. So again, when everyone joins the inner circle, you get access to this thing and you get to learn how to do all this stuff yourself. Or if you join our inner circle program, we do it for you. But short version, you go through all of these tabs, right? And there's lots of tabs. Like, why are you doing this for? Why are you in business? You know, what are the values that your brand has? But there's a slide here and you go, where is the one where I've got which tab is it, Chris, where you go, hey, here is the person that you're trying to speak to. It's got a photo and so forth. So I can show everyone on the call.
Customer avatar.
Yeah, where's that?
The customer avatar tab.
That one, right. So as you go through this, and again, like, you guys can go, oh shit, there's a lot of tabs there and there's a lot of questions. That's why we do it. But you go, one of my audience is, you know, let's say Mel is one of your audience people, right? So you go, hey, it's Mel. Like, she's 21 years old, obviously. You know, she's a farmer. She makes 200 grand a year sometimes, and sometimes she makes none because it's a shitty year, right? She hangs out at these locations on the internet. She's got 2 kids. She's got 3 cats. She's got 400 cows. That's our audience. So once you figure that out, you go, we'll put people like Mel in our product photos, because people like Mel want to buy things from people who look like Mel. Then you go, another one of our audience is like 9-year-old girls, you know, and they like this, and this. You go, great, that's one of our audiences. So we put that person in our meta ads along with Mel in our meta ads, and people go, great, they're the photos that we want to take, because we want to sell photos to those kids and the parents of those kids and so forth, right? So this is why you go through this process and you get really clear on who you sell to. Does that make sense? So I know this is a lot to take in, and then like when you do this properly, you end up with like a 60-page document. That's why we say to some people, I'm like, we'll do it for you. It costs a lot of money, right? Or you can do it yourself and go through Chris's course. It takes a lot of time, but you have to do it, right? So you nail this stuff. Making sense? All right. Go to the next part of this brilliant presentation, and I can start the slides. My voice is still alive, barely. And if I start choking, Chris can jump in. So where are we at? Yeah, not that slide.
Go back a few.
This one. Here we go. Now I will share, and I will. Where's the share button? Present.
Yeah, present.
Look how professional I am at this stuff. All right. Hopefully this has been helpful so far. Has this been not helpful for anybody? If it is, like, sorry, apologize profusely. Hopefully it's been good. So hopefully it's identified where the gaps are. Hopefully you can see all the principles that we use to do this stuff. Hopefully you can see how we would fix this stuff over the next year with some of you. 2 choices. You've got the orange where I look miserable, and that's because you guys don't do anything and you stay where you are and you stay where you are, basically. Second option 2 is I look a bit more happier because you do what I'm going to say in the next thing. So number 1, again, option 1 is obviously go to YouTube, try to figure it out yourself, spin your wheels, like waste your time with all the YouTube gurus and the TikTok gurus and go, oh, it's still not working 3 years later, and you go, I'm still miserable. That's why I look miserable, because I'm sad for you. Versus this one where I look much happier, where I go, hey, come follow the proven path, and we do it very, very quickly and very, very funnily, and you nail the right stuff at the right time in the right order, and you have a great time doing it. So I want to introduce you to the store converter, the 6-week store converter challenge. Chris comes up with the names of these things, so I'm just trying to repeat them. Here's what we do though. So we work together with you guys over the next 6 weeks to fix all of this stuff on your websites. Right. So I'm going to go through all of it slowly, but week 1, we come in, we go into your Shopify site, we get access to everyone, we install our high converter kit into your site. So, and we help you actually build out a high converting e-commerce website. Even those of you that already have a website, we just make sure we help you do it better, right? Because as I mentioned, there's a whole bunch of things that should exist on a homepage and a product page and a cart page and a checkout page that, other than Bronson, who's done this already, James probably got half of it, the give or take, but the rest of you don't, right? So we fix that. Week 1. Week 2, we work on your homepage. Nail everything you need to nail on your homepage and messaging, everything, like things are in the right location. Even for someone like yourself, Mel, we go, hey, we're going to take the things that are in the wrong spot, we're going to put them in the right spot. You go, done. That's week 2. Week 3, we actually fix your product pages, right? So all the things that are missing from your product pages, they're not missing in our high converting template, because our high converting template has everything in the right spot, in the right location, exactly where you need it. Now, this goes for 6 weeks. By the end of 6 weeks, you have a high converting Shopify store that you're proud to send traffic to, proud to tell your friends about. Through what week is it, Chris, where we work on all the brand messaging? And that's pretty much the entire time.
Week 2, we work on the homepage, H1s, that sort of thing.
So we'll do like a full live call for like 2 live calls where we help all of you nail your brand messaging, right? So I won't go into it again, but all of the stuff that we spoke about for an hour or whatever I've been speaking for, like we have to help you nail all of that, right? Once and for all, says the right thing to the right person, exactly how they need to hear it. Now, I'll repeat this just quickly. Again, week 1, set up your foundations, get it all going, install what we call our store converter kit. Our store converter kit is our high converting Shopify framework that, especially for someone like you, Allison, you need this. Daniel, you need to do this, mate. And a few other people, need to buy a high converting kit. So you kind of just add a good foundation and get it all, you're ready to go, right? So week 2, fix all your homepage, make sure it sells properly. As you can see, we're going to help you fix your headlines and what banners go where and what trust statements go there and blah, blah, blah. Week 3, fix your product pages. Week 4, work on your collections, start optimizing them from an SEO perspective. Week 5, make sure it looks good on mobile, because the last thing you want to do is make a beautiful website that looks terrible on a mobile device. Excuse me. Week 6, we want to actually figure out what you're going to do for the next 90 days. All right. So how are you going to run your meta ads? How are you going to run your Google ads? What you're going to do from an SEO and an email perspective. Now, here's how it works. So again, you get our high converting Shopify template. It's worth $3,500. It's probably worth more if I'm being honest. You get that all installed by our team. We come and do all the hard work for you. You get access to all of our training. So I think there's like 5 courses, Chris, 4 courses or something like that.
And step-by-step training for how to do all of this stuff as well.
Yeah, step-by-step training, step-by-step access to our dev team, step-by-step access to the community, everything. You get 2-month access for free, included to the eCommerce circle. So you basically how that works is it all operates inside of what we call Slack. Slack is like a chat application. So as you're doing stuff, fixing your brand messaging, fixing your website, all that kind of thing, you have full access to everyone in the community to go, hey, I'm stuck. How do I do this thing? All right. A few people that are in there. I mean, Bronson, you're in there. How do you find the community and so forth?
Yeah, the community is really good. Everyone's there for the same reason, which is to make things work, and everyone's able to help everyone out. And yeah, just a good, comfortable community to be in.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So all this whopping, I don't even know how we came up with this calculation. $6,691. You get all of that for $19.97 if you buy that tonight in this call. All right. But there's still more. So incredible bonuses. So I've already mentioned this. You get 2 months access to the Connect community. You get 2 tickets to our next family-friendly retreat. So we're aiming to do something in the next probably 2 months or so. We're going to have a retreat out here in Melbourne. I'm one of those guys that gets very excited about making custom ChatGPT things. So I've lost count how many there are, but we've got things to help you optimize your collection page, your home pages. There's things on brand. There's things on the ChatGPTs that'll tell you how your meta ads suck, how to fix them, how to do launch plans, how to plan your Black Friday. There's probably like 20 or something in there now, right? So at the end of this, you get a one-to-one session with myself and Chris to go, hey, what do we do for the next 90 days once you finish this 90 days? You get a $300 voucher for ad hoc work for Insightful. So that's my agency. If you do get stuck, we help you out. You get access to everyone else in the community, heaps of app developers and that kind of thing in there where you get some whole bunch of cool stuff. So that's all included as well. I think this is pretty relevant as well to everyone on the call. However, like, some of you may want to move a bit faster and we'll chat to you about that. However, here's our action takers guarantee. So I want to make this generally risk-free decision for you, but also fair for us and for you. So if you buy the Store Converter Kit challenge and you follow the process and you put the steps into action, and if for some reason after like the end of the 2 months that we're working together, you're like, that was crap and it was a waste of my money, and you've attended some workshops and you've completed the action steps and you've shown you've had a crack and you still like it didn't work, we'll give you your money back. All right. So 0 risk here. I don't think I've had anyone do that so far. It'd be pretty interesting to see if that happened, but that's my promise as well. Do the work, come to the calls, listen, give it a good crack. If you're like, no, it's not working for me, like you'll get your money back. So can't be any more generous on that as well. So again, here's the full offer breakdown of everything that you get. I'll quickly introduce what Connect is. Again, like I said, you get to join Connect. So we do call it 8 calls a week at the moment. They're live. So every morning at 10 o'clock, except for Monday morning, there's like a meta ads call. There is a brand call with Chris. There's an SEO call on Tuesday. When are you going to come to my calls, James? There's a conversion rate call on a Friday. There is an email call on a Friday. There is a mastermind call Tuesday afternoon where we've just spent the last 4 weeks teaching people how to crush Black Friday. There is lots of stuff. It looks like this, as you can see, this is Slack. It's a free app. You put it on your phone. There's 15 other channels in there. So any question you've ever got about e-commerce, you post it in there. The 256 people or something that are in there at the moment will help you out. If they don't help you out, our team will help you out. If we still don't know, trust me, we'll find out. We'll have the answer. So at the end of the 8-week period, you can just stay month to month and we can talk about how much that costs at the end of everything. So no one's doing what we're doing in the space. Most communities you join and they teach you how to run meta ads or do bloody drop shipping and it's all crap's not working, right? So we're very like, fix your website, fix your brand messaging, do a digital strategy, hang around good people, hang around adults, right? So everyone in our community are husband and wife, mum and daughter, mum and mum, blah, 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 like all that kind of cool people, building good brands, selling good products, like building good businesses so that they have more time to spend with their kids, their grandkids, their family, and so forth, right? We're not here to teach people how to sell like rubbish that ends up in the bin. Team can keep doing that. Shine can keep doing that. So if you want our help to do it, here's what you need to grab, this thing. So Chris and Roxy will put a link in the chat for everybody. Again, like you've got to grab, if you want all the bonuses and everything, you've got to grab this tonight. So I'm not going to like do a hard sell, but like do it before 12 p.m. if possible. Any questions from anyone at the moment about
the 6 weeks kicks off next Tuesday as well. So we will start this next Tuesday.
Yeah. I will say too. So Roxy, who you can see from our team, Chris Filato, who you can see from our team, Chris M. So once this this offer is only available for 30 people, right? Once the 30 people are full and she's sending this to our newsletter list at the end of this workshop, right? And then she's got 4 days to sell it out. She'll sell it out in 2 days. So again, this is not trying to sound all high pressure or anything, but this is what's going to happen. Like, so if you want to get in quickly, because I guarantee you, like, she's really good at sales, so is he. So this will fill out. I don't want 40 or 50 people in there. 30 is a good number. You know, this won't be opening up again this year. Like once this offer is gone, and this is like hand on heart, like once this thing is finished, we're not doing the challenge again. There's going to be another offer come like later in the year that's completely different to this one. So if you want to fix all the things that I've shown you how to fix, like grab that, join the community. We'll see you in there soon. Happy to answer any questions anyone has right now. So if you do have any, like throw them in there. If anyone has any random comments to make, feel free to put it in. If you've done this already, feel free to share how you found it as well. Anybody? And what else was I going to say? You can pay it off if you want. You can pay by Afterpay. You can pay by Klarna. Like I can't make this any more easier for everybody. Questions? Might just go randomly pick some people. Billy Pope, any questions about anything, man?
No, it all sounds pretty good. I think I've got a one-on-one session with you on the 19th that I booked in as well. So that'd be like 2 days into the 6-week challenge.
All right. Grab this, though, before then. Otherwise, you won't be able to get this before then, and then you'll be floating in the universe like you are now. So, So, Mal, any questions? Alison, any questions? Fatima, Kim T, who I haven't seen at all. Julia, is that talk? Candace. Any questions, Mal? No, good. Okay.
She's clicking the buy button. Too busy.
She's clicking the buy button. Yeah, all good. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, Chris, do you guys want to add anything? I was going to mention about like upgrading from this and stuff, but we talk about that another time. I think right now this is good. Thank you for everyone that's jumped on. Again, everyone that's joined, stay to the end. You get prizes as well, like I said. So I'm going to stop sharing this page. So
I'm just going to stop the stream so to jump off as well.
There's part-timers, I'll tell you what. Finishing it early. So go to this page, guys, at the end of it. Like you can have this, you can have this, you can have this, you can have this, you can have this for free. It's worth $150. All you have to do is message Roxy and she'll sort you out. So when you join the community though, and when you get the challenge, you get all of this included. So, but if for some reason, like you're going to make a terrible decision and not buy this thing, like at least I'll give you one of them for being a good spot. So, cool, guys. Like, thank you so much for hanging out with us for like nearly an hour and a half. I think I've spoken enough.
That's good.
Appreciate your time. There will be a replay that'll go up tomorrow. Like it'll be on YouTube. So head over to YouTube, go watch it, go put a nice comment on there or something if you'd like, and if not, I will really look forward to seeing all of you inside of the community soon and helping you guys like continue to build the great brands that you already started. So thanks so much, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.